Hello everyone, today is the 25th of December 2018. My name is Kristina Orlovska and I'm filming this for my shop at Etsy, the internet platform for selling handmade goods. I make clothes. I do not have a fashion background, but I make everything that I wear. I do not go shopping for clothes. The only off-the-shelf items in my own closet are summer socks and winter gloves. And shoes, of course. Sometimes I make something for the family, too. I've always been driven by both necessity and an interest for fashion design. For the latter reason, I sometimes end up with clothes I do not really need. So a while ago I got this idea, why not channel my creative edge into something more productive. I coded a simple HTML website for myself where I tell people about my passion, and not so long ago I decided to give Etsy a shot and set up Clothesville Etsy.com. And by the way, I'm filming this in the balcony of my apartment, and you see that shaded window behind me. I use it as a makeshift backdrop for my product photos. It's -3 degrees now and it's pretty cold here, so I'm sitting in my new winter parka, which is also handmade. And I'm not stretching the truth when I say the word handmade. It is really made by hand. My sewing machine is out of order, but that didn't stop me. Actually, I like to use hand stitching on my machine sewn clothes too. For example, I add decorative hand stitching to amplify the design of my pants. Sometimes I use hand stitching for technical reasons. I have also my own tricks and techniques for handcrafting clothes, so I can qualify for Etsy really. I have decided that my shop should focus on petite and small women's clothes. I wear a petite size myself, and so I can rely on my experience. I can use my own patterns and calculations. I'm not a business. I do everything on my own without anyone's help, so it makes sense at this stage at least. And currently the few items in Clothesville Etsy.com are also all handmade. I have some hand knitted sweaters and a couple of hand sewn sweatshirts. You can check the seams. I posted some close-up photos. Actually, I did dream of becoming a fashion designer once, but it didn't pan out that way. I studied to become something else, and I managed to make some money doing that. However, even when I worked full-time, I never stopped making my own clothes. I couldn't even tell you enough how important this skill has been throughout all of my life. I think I wouldn't be what I am if I didn't have that interest and hobby to rely on. Well, I invite you to visit Clothesville Etsy.com, even if you do not wear a petite size. I will add some bags when I can, because I make them too for myself so far, and maybe something else. And hand knitted sweaters are stretchy things, they often work for larger sizes. Not so long ago I gave one to my sister who is quite busty, and it looked good on her, although it lost some of the oversized quality it had on me. It looked good. She was happy with it. I have a cup of tea here, so I'll sip if you permit. And when I filled out this shop's policy, I ticked the no returns option because I was not happy with the suggested standard wording for conditions of returns. Actually, I am open to discuss returns, but I wanted to word it in my own way, so you can check the question sections for details. Thank you for listening. Hope I didn't waste too much of your time. Have a nice day and Merry Christmas to everyone who happens to be celebrating it now.